Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Ascend above. My name is Austin, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the astrology here for August 22nd until the 25th. This will be for the rest of the week and for the weekend. Now, we do have this sun coming into Virgo on the 22nd, and at the same time on this day we're going to be having Venus in Virgo square Mars, that's in Gemini. On the 23rd we're going to be having Mercury in Leo trine Chiron in Aries. At the same time, Mercury in Leo is going to be sextiling Mars. And on the 24th, we're going to be having Mars in Gemini, sextile Chiron in Aries. Now, this Mars in Gemini, sextile Chiron in Aries is basically still going to be playing out on the 23rd. It's just the exact transit is going to be on the 24th, a day later. But all these energies are mixed together here. And starting off for the week on August 22nd, the sun's coming into Virgo, and now the emphasis and the awareness is going to be put on the more practical side of things here, right? Virgo is a sign that deals with purification, refinement, looking at the details, taking a more closer look at things and examining things. That's why you always kind of hear the joke about Virgos being like uptight, over analytical, too critical, criticizing. But really, Virgo shows us and helps us bring in the more critical side, right? It shows us the critical side of our nature, so that way we can look at things and examine things and improve things and make them better. Now, it's interesting with Venus squaring Mars here on this day, because now that the sun is coming to Virgo, Venus is really going to get activated here with it being in Virgo. So this is going to be a more emphasis here on self-improvement, refining things. And Venus deals with our values, it deals with relationships, it deals with our money, it can deal with our self-worth as well, our resources, possessions, the things that we like, the things that we want to create. And this square to Mars, this is a day to where there could be relationship drama, because what's really going on here, and it could be relationship drama, it could also be drama or tension or just challenges coming up with money, or with finances, or just with your values in general. But this, and I would say on this day, don't be surprised if tension does come up, or if there are challenges. But I like that Mercury is here helping us with the trine to Chiron, with Mercury sextile Mars, and Mars, making it sextile to Chiron. This is a lot of mercurial energy, because we have to remember that the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury, right? Mercury is in the mix here in Leo, and Mars is in the mix here as well in Gemini, and the ruling planet of Gemini is also Mercury. So on the 22nd, there really is an emphasis here being put on, all right, we got to get practical. We have to really find solutions here that are going to stick and that are going to improve things and refine things. And this is going to be coming up in relationships, right, with money, resources, our values. Because Mars and Gemini, we have a lot of ideas. And Mars and Gemini deals with conversation, communication, it deals with ideas. And Mars is a planet of action and initiation. So it's like we want to move forward with all these ideas, have these conversations, but the square here is bringing up tension in regards to, okay, well, what does it actually work? Like, what's working, what's not working? Like, what's going to help us produce Venus the best quality here? What's going to help improve the quality here? What's going to help improve the value here in the relationship or relationships or with our money or resources? But we have this opportunity here and good energies here to be able to have conversations and to be able to understand and to come up with newer solutions and ideas. Because on the 23rd, Mercury in Leo is trining Chiron in Aries, and then Mercury in Leo sextiling Mars. Now let's look at Mercury in Leo sextile Mars in Gemini first, because this is where the mind and the intellect, and this is with communication, this is with conversation, and this is with our mind and our reasoning coming into alignment with our actions and figuring things out. Now, this is where, though, you have to come from a very empowered place, because this Mercury in Leo is going to be trining Chiron, and Chiron represents the deepest wounds, right? It represents our wounds. And with it being in Aries, Aries deals with the self. It deals with self-determination. You can say confidence, leadership. And Chiron's there. So Chiron can bring an uncomfortable energy. Chiron shows us and is trying to help us heal things when it comes to ourselves, so that way we can show up in a more empowered way. And with Mercury trining Chiron, we're having an opportunity and a chance here to have conversations with people, have conversations with ourselves, understand where we're holding ourselves back or what we're not communicating. This is giving us an opportunity to be able to heal things and to step into a more empowered place. Right? And that Mercury and Leo sextile Mars and Gemini is helping us figure out solutions that we can take action on. Whether it's through expressing yourself, like I said, and like I keep saying, or whether it's with communication or conversations or solutions. And with Mars and Gemini sextile Chiron, here Chiron is again in the mix. We have the ideas that we want to take action on, but that energy, even though it's a sextile, it offers an opportunity, but you're going to feel the Chiron energy regardless, right? It's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. But the good thing about Chiron is, through embracing the uncomfortable and through doing the healing and understanding where you may be holding yourself back, and then giving yourself the permission to do your best and to come from an empowered place, that's what really unlocks Chiron. If you take a look at the glyph of Chiron, it's literally a key, which represents, it's the key to your potential. That also can usher in healing. So this is where we can do a lot of deep healing, reconnect to ourselves in a more empowered way, show up in a more empowered way, because that, on the 22nd, the sun coming into Virgo, is going to emphasize Venus in Virgo, and that square to Mars is going to be highlighted. And this is where we're like, okay, we got to figure out what's working, what's not working. And yes, there's stress, yes, it's difficult, but we can find solutions. It's just not allowing things to spiral out of control, right? Some things don't work, right? And that's what we have to really address and look at. And I give an example, like Venus and Virgo square Mars and Gemini. This is like a couple having a conversation or having an argument, or, there being tension about what's working and what's not working and how we can improve things. But the emphasis here and where the challenge here is actually coming up with a plan, right? An action plan, Mars and Gemini, that will refine things, improve things, make things better, that will actually practically work, right, to create and to build upon the value of things, with Venus being in Virgo. So, and that's on the 22nd. And then we go to the 23rd with the other transits, and then the 24th. So, as we come into the 23rd, Venus will start coming off of the square to Mars, but it's still going to be there. But the tension, is going to lessen, but the tension's still going to be there. And even on the 24th, I want to say as well. So don't get too flustered or frustrated. What the universe is reflecting to you right now is like, okay, like, we just have to really focus on improving things. And we can't get too frustrated or lose our temper or start criticizing others or judging others, because that could be the shadow side of Virgo. So, and really what Virgo is doing on a broad scale, as we take the cyclic meaning of the zodiac, is that Virgo shows us, okay, we have to understand things better and improve things, so that way we can show up to the greater whole as we shift into Libra in the next sign, which deals with relationships and others, to be able to show up better, basically. So that is the energy here for the week. There's going to be some frustrations, but there's solutions. And step into being more empowered and taking the lead and being assertive and making those shifts and making those changes. Because that's what's really going to help in the long run as we progress through with the sun being in Virgo and through this Virgo season. So I'm going to leave the reading. I'm going to leave the reading here. I'm going to leave the video here. I'm wishing everybody a great rest of their week and a great weekend. If you're newer to the channel, of course, I encourage you to subscribe. Also hit the notification bell as well, so that way you get notified whenever I upload your videos. And yeah, let me know how y'all's experience is going so far. Well, I guess the new experience is starting when we come into the Virgo season. But let me know how your Leo season and full moon went.